sanctions on Russia.
KTVU political analyst Brian Sobel joins us now. We want to begin with health care. It was a nail-biter today, but Senate Republicans passed a key vote. Clearly they have divisions, though, within their own party. Where do they go from here?
It's a very good question. And where they go from here is that this allows for debate. And so you're going to start seeing amendments to the House construct, the House bill. And we'll see whether the Democrats play. I mean, not one vote came from Democrats today. The votes were all there because of the Republicans, and the win was because of Republicans. Now the hard work begins. Different Republicans are going to weigh in with what they think the bill ought to look like.
It was really interesting listening to Senator John McCain and what he said today. Among other things, he said, quote, "Let's trust each other. We've been spinning our wheels on too many important issues because we keep trying to find a way to win. Without help from across the aisle, we are getting nothing done. Whether or not we are of the same party, we are not the president's subordinates. We are his equal." Do you see members of Congress becoming a little bit more independent from President Trump?
Well, I've said since the beginning of this thing that Trump ran as a Republican, but he didn't have a Republican base per se. And Republicans, I think, rank and file, many don't trust him, and so they aren't going to just rally around whatever he says. John McCain made a very impassioned speech today and very well respected in the Senate, and of course we've seen the clips of the applause and all that welcoming him back. But he said something that's very important. It's time for a bipartisan, together approach to the nation's problems, and now hopefully some Democrats will take that up, and we'll see something happen.
Yeah, I wanted to say, what do you think the chances are of a Democrat buy-in if, for say, the Republicans don't call it a repeal and replace, but maybe a revamp and redevelop?
Well, maybe if the words get changed, they can get on board. I'm not hearing good things out of Washington about how much they're going to want to get on board changing this legislation, because they basically don't think there should be any repeal. I think most Democrats believe that you fix what's there and move on.
Mitch McConnell, some serious arm twisting has to be done. Do you think Mitch McConnell is the person to do that arm twisting?
I think to a limited extent. He is very good and acknowledged to be good at bringing people in for a vote that he wants. But you can only go to the well so many times, Julie, and that's the thing here. Over and over, Mitch McConnell is asking the Republicans to sort of get in line, do the right thing and all that. There are a lot of other things on the docket that need to be dealt with. The military budget and on, and this is just one item in Washington, D.C. So he's got to calculate, am I all in on health care, and everything else goes by the wayside.
Brian, before we go, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, it just seems like President Trump is just leaving him twisting in the wind. If you're Jeff Sessions, at some point, do you just say, just out of self-respect, look, I'm going to resign, no one's going to talk to me like that?
I would think at a certain point he's going to say, hey, I've been Attorney General and now I'm moving on, and apparently we're not going to get along. We know that he's made some overtures to the White House about, hey, how can I fix this with the president? The answer coming back is crickets. So what does that tell you? It may not be a fixable situation from the president's point of view.
Not many places for him to go after this, though.
No,
I mean, he was a senator, now AG, and
back into the private sector.
All right, Brian, we'll continue the talk a little bit later on.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Brian, thank you.